The hair cutting cut the internet, apparently.
He got so shocked.
That must be you, Juan. Or Pachi.
The haircut was too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the internet at least.
Yeah. And he left. Nice.
I just made an adjustment to my internet that I suspect will be helpful for us going forward. Sorry about that. Okay. Class 1 through 4.5 or something are about the mechanics of debate. It is useful, if not critical, to understand the mechanics of debate. It's more important that you get together and challenge each other. That's the big thing. That's the most powerful thing. But the tools that we will go over in the first 4 classes are powerful for helping you to get to the point more quickly, more effectively. So you don't have to use them, but they help you soar. They help you move more quickly, more directly. You don't have to drive a car to get to places. Um, you could you don't have to use airplanes. You could uh, take ships across the sea, as people once did. But airplanes go much faster. So if you learn the format that is traditionally used for debate, and it'll be frustrating initially if you really try to keep yourself to it, and you don't have to. And if you decide to, it'll be hard. And and then eventually you will find that you will want to use it for your own sake to get to the point more quickly. And I've been through that process. I can't make a lot of claims to any magical things, but I can say that the system, as I learned it, rewired my brain uh, so that I use the format now when people don't know I'm using the format. And it just because it helps me, just because I need it. It just is a tool. Yes, it will rewire our brain. I'm going to start. I'm going to share my screen. Some of you have been through this before. Someone asked and continue to share. Why wouldn't I continue to share? Yeah, share this window. Why wouldn't I? Can we see? Someone make a noise.
Yes.
Oh, good. Thank you. I usually have a little strip of people, but I guess I don't when I'm in this mode. Hmm. Class 1, okay, the 3 relationships. This is the beginning of the basic mechanics of debate, how this is going to work. Why are we going to learn debate? Um, it's going to help you to understand clearly. It's going to help you to gain a far deeper understanding of the things you're studying, and and it helps you to, yeah, learn things uh, more consistently when you get challenged on it. I was lucky to have my first debate with Geshe Michael. My first debate in person on the debate ground was with my teacher. I had debated a little with friends, but the first time I was on the debate ground, it was him. Uh, and I remember the debate. I mean, it stuck in my head forever. The piece of scripture we were studying, the opening lines to "Entering the Middle Way" by Chandrakirti. Listeners and self-made Buddhas come from Buddhas. Buddhas come from bodhisattvas. Bodhisattvas take their holy birth from the mind that transcends duality. great compassion and the wish to become enlightened for the sake of all beings. And so in the beginning, I sing the praises of compassion, because love, and only love, was said to be like the seed for all the excellent crops of the victors, like the water that makes them grow, like the years of ripening it takes for them to become a thing we can partake of. I will always remember, because I debated it. I debated it with my teacher. We talked about rewiring your brain. I don't think I need to hit the point much harder. Uh, you'll struggle at first if you decide to use that system. You'll struggle with each other, and it'll feel clunky for a while, like you're in a straitjacket. I was thinking about it in terms of the way that people talk about vows. Um, People who don't understand, like, monks and nuns vows or bodhisattva vows or diamond way vows, think that it could be stifling, but these are rules handed down for a long time that give us results, and the rules are very powerful. Restricting yourself is helpful in some ways. If you want to drive a car, you should really restrict yourself to pressing on the gas when you go forward and pressing on the brake when you want to stop. It's just how it works. It just works that way. Um, and then when you master those, you get results that you can't get any other way. It leads you to an understanding of reality. Mm, that is, of course, our goal. And there's a wedding between meditation and analysis that is important in our lineage in particular. Mm, Being able to focus single pointedly on your meditation cushion is very powerful, but what you focus on matters. And the goal of combining perfect meditation on a single object and the results that you get from learning to debate with others and then with yourself, when those two combine, uh, uh, a level of understanding can be reached that isn't available any other way. It it's very helpful. It teaches humility. It's very helpful to be proved wrong. And I get defensive like anyone else. I do too. I think that we're going to try to be humble and accept when we're proven wrong. And some of you will be better at it than others of you. And sometimes the good debaters are bad at it. Sometimes the good debaters are even more defensive. Mm, And that can be good or bad. It's good. You learn to get good at defending your point, but it's helpful to be shown when you're wrong. I would also say that the the you that you are defending, the person that you are imagining, that you wish people didn't see as someone who could be wrong, the you that you are defending if you are embarrassed that people think you are wrong, um, that people would think of you what they shouldn't think of you, uh, that's a kind of a you that doesn't even exist. I think humility and understanding our own true nature are actually intimately related. Okay, definition of a reason. Does anyone know? Uh, you can just blurt it out. I don't mind. You can blurt it out. You can put it in the chat. I can't see the chat and I don't have a cursor. Um, is there a keyboard shortcut to look at the chat? Not really. Here, I'm going to temporarily do this. Where's my cursor? Oh, come now. I can see that I have a cursor. Sorry, I'm going to have to reshare my screen. That's all right. I'm going to do this. Is that terrible if I show it to you like that? You can see the other slides, but now I can see you better. That's cool. You'll forgive me, it looks like. Yeah, cool. There are some correct answers. Andreas, who was in Kyoto, remembers. Marcus, totally. Yeah, look, these are all the right answers. Yeah, right. Anything you put forth as a reason. So, um, I am, Pachi, are you raising your hand? Something I can do?
Yeah, I want to start debating right
Oh,
now.
good. Oh, good. Let's. I'm in. I'm so
No,
happy.
no, just a joke. I
Oh,
remember
disappointing.
that that I once heard that you cannot define something using the same word. So I was wondering if this is still true, or or if we should, I don't know, look for a solution
This,
here.
it's a great question. This is the classical definition of a reason. Um, like I said, there are some funny positions that come up on the debate ground. I believe that you learn things on the debate ground that you don't learn anywhere else. And you get ideas on the debate ground that I've never heard anywhere else. It was cool because we would go to the monasteries and we would debate with people, and we would do very well sometimes against those who had been training much more deeply. I think one of the big tricks for us, who knows the two ways to prove something on the debate ground? You can put it in the chat, you can blurt it out. Just be rude. Just say it. What do I care? Logic is
Lungri,
one of them. Lung Jit, good. That was who said that? Was it
SS.
Sugang? Nice, dude. Thank you. What's Lung and Jit? Oh, nice, Irtivor. Very highfalutin. Lung Jit. Yeah. And it's a common name. Logic or scriptural proof. So they memorize. I had a teacher. He memorized 30 pages a day. He was studying for his exam. We were very bad at memorizing, and I think that we made up for it with logic. We had to be much more creative in our logic because we were so bad at memorizing things. And I think partly that's why we did so well sometimes debating with the people who had more experience than us. Mm. So, uh, and I believe that there is a way in which you may find that all definitions boil down to um, a tautology. Tautology is like a highfalutin English word. I apologize. But like a tautology would be like saying ducks are ducks, or like, uh, what's the definition of the color blue? Does anyone know? In scripture, in the debate manuals, someone knows. Uh, yeah, right. Yeah, go on. Uh, you can point to it as blue. In the end, you might have to define things that way. I mean, check it out, right? Like maybe what defines an enlightened being is that person in your life who you are helpless, but to have the seeds to see as an enlightened being. I don't know. I'm going to throw that out there. Okay. But this is the traditional definition. And we have plenty of time to debate it, God willing. So if I say, consider my nose, it's on my face because I am a squirrel. Um, I wanted to say groundhog because I can see Juan's face, but not enough people other than Juan know what a groundhog is. Uh, reason not established. Okay, Andres, very nice. But is it a reason? Yes or no? It's a reason or it's not a reason. All yeses. Yeah, right. It meets the definition of a reason. Oh my gosh, no dissent. They say sometimes the only rude thing you can do on the debate ground is say something that everyone agrees with because but then the debate's over and you all go home. And so if you say something that's not controversial, uh then that's a bummer. Okay, so fine. How about the definition of a correct reason? You can write it in the chat. You can blurt it out. You could squint and see it in the thumbnails. Yeah, three relationships hold. Yeah. A definition in which the three relationships hold. Okay. Cool. So, 130 people. Everyone's satisfied with that. We can go home. We'll just pick up next class. That's a totally satisfying response. Um, or no, obviously that's what we should drill down on tonight. We should come to some, and we will. That's our goal for tonight, is to come to a strong understanding of the three relationships. Why should we come? Why? Let's talk about it, Tyler. Uh, in order to know the three relationships, you got to ask three relationships between what? And it's three relationships between three parts of a logical statement. Now, this could be confusing because there are three parts of a logical statement and there are three relationships. So don't get confused. It's okay if you get confused, but stop it. Don't do it. Um, these are the three parts of a logical statement, which we need to know to understand the three relationships. I will give you a three-part statement, or um, and in the beginning, my recommendation, at least for like the first four classes, maybe four and a half, um, don't debate advanced philosophy yet. I promise that's where we're headed. But just to start out, be cute, like be silly. Oh, is there any other three relationships outside the Buddhist universe? Hell no, Hachi. Maybe. I would submit that when you understand the three relationships, uh, you see that every debate you ever had boiled down to that already. And, my teacher says that our logic system is better than Aristotle. Uh, and I think in some ways that's true because our system recognizes compassion, but I think the guts of the system, they're not really different. Uh, there's something consistent about correctness, not in the dog universe. Maybe you could teach a dog the three relationships, one of those extra smart dogs, um, Siberian Husky or something. So consider dogs, consider Siberian Huskies, maybe. Um, they're mammals because they are dogs. Uh, let's not worry about whether it's true or not. The point is, it's silly. We used to call it a syllogism or something. You could say it's silly, it's not serious. We're not worried about philosophy for the first few classes, but it's a syllogism, a three-part statement. Syllogism is just a fancy word for three-part logical statement. Mm. Siberian Huskies are mammals because they're dogs. What's the subject? You can type it, you can speak it. I don't mind either way. Someone help me. What's the subject? I'm excited. Oh, yes. Kajin. Shijin. Yes. Wow. Type Siberian Husky. I know, like, you're still new to mastering um, English, so to quickly type Siberian Husky is an impressive feat. Not like Katarina. There we go. Um, good. Husky. Husky. Yes. Good. Husky, Elena. Yeah, right. Siberian Huskies are, what did I say? What's the assertion? Are mammals, says Katarina. Mammals, says Tim. Mammals, mammals, mammals. We're all in agreement. Cool. Uh, because, what did I say? Does anyone remember? Yeah, nice, Katarina. Pachi, Tyler, Lynn, Patrick. Everyone's correct. Good. Everyone knows. You'd be crazy to type something else now after everyone else. But bold, I'd be impressed. You'd be wrong, but I'd be impressed with your gumption. Chutzpah, we say in Yiddish, but I promised this class would be in English. Um, so yes, that's a three-part statement. You could say ducks are blue because they fly. Ducks are the subject. They are blue is the assertion. Because they fly is the reason. Reasons often start with the word because. You probably noticed by this time in your life. Okay, let's talk about the relationships. Yeah, ducks are blue because they fly. Great, Tyler. Okay, number one. To be A is, or to be one is to be three or something. Like you could say three is true to say about one, or one is three. Can you write that in the chat or say it, what the first test would look like, how you would state that in the case of this syllogism or the other one? Uh-huh. I think if you all type at the same time, it blocks the machine so that you can't. Oh, there we go. Good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. Ducks can fly. You see, Tyler, I'm trying to make them say it in the context of the debate we're making. So you're never going to say one is three. You're going to say ducks can fly or ducks fly. You see, that's how you run the test. You see if it works. Ducks can fly. You check, you see if that's true. Ducks fly. Huskies are dogs. Yeah, that's the other example. Okay. Right. From the earlier syllogism, huskies are mammals because they're dogs. Then huskies are dogs. That is the first test. And then you decide, is it true? Uh, is it true? I think in both cases, not too bad. Um, I'm happy if you make debates about it, but I think they're mostly not controversial topics yet. Um, Second test, a little bit harder. Uh, what is a husky? I'm sorry, Ivor. It's a dog. It's a breed of dog. Um, Generally, there are restrictions in terms of what you're allowed to say as a defender on the debate ground. And Irivor's question is one of the allowed uh, things that you can say. Um, what the hell did that word mean? Is certainly allowed to be asked on the debate ground. But a husky is just, oh, thank you. Perfect. Look, it's a husky. Oh, come on, so pretty. Is that the same dog? It is. It's the same picture. Wow, that's the universally accepted picture of a husky, I guess. I had one when I was a kid. Her name was Natasha because she was Siberian. Um, anyway, uh, yeah, and that's a kind of mammal because it's a kind of dog. Now, the second relationship, I know it's so cute, right? Mm, if something is three, then it must be two. This is the second relationship. Yeah, good. Good. Yeah, right. Good. You didn't wait for me, and I'm very happy about it. Uh, you're gonna have to be fast. This is gonna be a group of fast kids. So brace yourself. Hold on tight. They're not waiting for me. I'm trying to be slow and polite, but it won't last. We're gonna be fast. Yeah. Um, in the syllogism, ducks are blue because they fly. If you want to say, right, if something is three, then it must be two. If something flies, then it must be blue. Yes, good, Elena. I was just waiting for you. You were faster than everyone else. I like it. Fast and furious. Darn right, Tyler. It's happening. I like it. I like the competition is fun. Geshe Michael had a fellow student that he lived with his teacher, Art Engel, who's a famous translator, um, a master. of the language. In fact, so much so that often the native speakers that I knew had a hard time understanding Art Engel because his language was so elevated. Um, and and they were competitive. Uh, and I know Geshe Michael had a teacher who pulled him aside once, and he said, "This competition between you two, it's good. Um, it helps both. It makes you both stronger. It pushes you both along. You're gonna have to drop it at some point and get over uh, your jealousy, but um, but it's fun. I like to see it. It's fun to have a place to go play and keep in mind, a lot of the people who are most trained in debate, they're like, now it's men and women. It wasn't always so common to see women debate. In ancient times, it was. There were women debaters. And then there was a long period when it was mostly men. Now there are more women debating again. And but you've got all these like 13 to 27-year-old boys uh, who have vows of celibacy, and no football, and and so they take it all out on the debate ground, whichever kind of football you take that to be. And debates in the kitchen are old as time, or the kitchen yurt once upon a time at Diamond Mountain. Um, cool. Uh, next test. Uh-huh. Yeah, great. Here, here. Yeah. If something is not two, then it must not be three. If something is not two, then it must not be three. Uh, look at that. You didn't even wait for me to. Wow. Hot shots. See, you're going to have to be fast. I don't get to finish saying it before people have correctly said, yeah, if something is not blue, then it must not fly. It's not a very good reason. Um, I know they had already, they had the answer already typed. That's good. Whatever it takes. I like the competitive spirit. Hmm. Yeah, is it true that if something is not blue, that it can't fly? Uh, doesn't seem right to me. Uh, is it true that if something is not a mammal, that it can't be a dog? Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is true. That in that case, it passes. Mm. So we're going to get a chance to practice these. Uh, here's a question for you to think about. Um, why do we need tests B and C? Is there ever a case when something would pass B but not C, or pass C but not B? Um,
Not really. In mathematics are the same.
yeah, okay.
P
Yeah,
implicate Q and not Q implicate not P.
right. Yeah, there's a rule for that. Reflexivity or something. Mm. Yeah, right. Um, if something is, yeah, maybe. So then why do we have both, Irivor? Um, they've been taught this way for a long time. And I think it's worth contemplating. I'm not gonna throw out one of them just because I'm not sure why you need both. They've been taught this way since Dignaga, um, at least. Maybe Vasubandhu. It seems like he might have gotten them from Vasubandhu. He was a direct student of Vasubandhu and Master Vasubandhu. And Master Dignaga taught the three relationships, maybe because emptiness is a negative. Yeah, something can pass two, but not three. You think so, Tyler? Maybe If someone comes up with an example, I'll be impressed. Like Irivor said, you can't. Um, and I think he might be right. I don't. I think we could spend time on it. I don't know if we should tonight. Uh, Something like Irivor is the smartest mathematician in this class because he's a two-headed purple elephant.
No,
Um,
I just studied 2 years of bachelor in mathematics and physics, and I have a class
no,
in calculus of
no,
that logic.
no. I know. I'm giving you a syllogism. I want to see if I want you to try it. Okay. So, um, does it pass the first test? Is Irivor a two-headed purple elephant? Probably not. Okay, but let's indulge ourselves and see if something is a two-headed purple elephant, then uh is it then it must be the smartest mathematician in the class. No? Um, right? Would we say that it doesn't pass that test? Is that okay, Irvor?
Now, which is your number two?
Yeah. Consider Irivor. He's the smartest mathematician in the class because he's a two-headed purple elephant. Okay, so test B. If something is, you can write it in the chat. You guys already had it typed. Pachi knows. Uh, if something is, I'm waiting. I have time. I left extra time so that I could let you type. If something not, if something is, if something is. Oh, you're still typing the next part. Uh-huh. If something is a two-headed purple elephant, okay, then it's the smartest person in the room. Good, Andreas. Um, does it pass that test? Uh, no. Really. Uh, but check it out. If something is not, what's the next test? Duodo, don't give it away, okay? I know you have an answer to this question I'm about to put out. Anyone but Duodo is allowed to answer this because he gave me a really novel solution to this, but I don't want to give it away yet. Um, Someone give me the next test. Mm. If something is not the smartest mathematician in the class, must not be a two-headed purple elephant. Is that true? Yeah, it is true. Because nothing's a two-headed purple elephant. All right, but we're gonna go on for today. Um, yeah, we did. Um, you can go deep into course 13 as Duo did. Do you remember Duo what your answer would be to this? Now you're allowed. Do you remember what you said to me about this once?
This one? Um,
Y-
yeah, I would say one that we should have to both agree that all three things exist, or there's gonna be a problem. And another one is that when we talk about the relationship between the three things, sometimes we forget to include the set of non-existent things.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. Yep, that's what you I exactly right. There's a big argument about whether or not you can include non-existent things. Um, but it's an interesting problem, of course, right? Because someone else might use self-nature, right? Might use self-existence. as an element of debate, and you might have to debate with them. And so I leave it at that for now. Okay. Here's what I want you to do. Let me make sure I am where I think I am. Um, yeah, good. Okay, so here's our mission. How are we going to do this? I want you to come up with a syllogism, and then we're going to pick on you. We're going to run the tests. Maybe it doesn't make sense to do breakout groups yet. You could just scribble one down. It's fun to work with someone. What do you think? Take a screenshot of this, maybe, or take a picture of it with your phone so that you have the three tests. Do something so that you have the three tests. Scribble them down somehow. And then I think it'd be cool to make a few breakout groups. I think that would be wholesome, healthy for us. And then I want you to get together with your group, and I want you to come up with a three-part statement that you think is correct. What are you going to do? You're going to get in your group, you're going to come up with a three-part statement. You're going to look at the three tests. You're going to run them, and you're going to come back to us. Thank you, Andreas. You're going to come back to us in, I don't know, 10 minutes. And then you're gonna share some with us. But they got to be right. So how are you going to make sure they're right? You're going to use the three tests. Can we do this?
One question, how
What do we
many
do?
people in the breakout room?
Yeah, such a reasonable question. What do you think? What's reasonable? We have so many people. And I don't know how many people have their cameras off and they're just like washing their dishes or driving their car or not paying attention. I don't know. Like I said, this is highly experimental. What do you think is worth trying?
You can try with
And
10.
then let's try with 10. Let's do it. You only have 10 minutes, so you have to be somewhat agreeable and somewhat give each other a hard time. Can we make it, Francisco? This is me asking a lot of you.
Yep.
Can we make it so that I can run around between groups and check on people?
Sure. Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's do that. That's wonderful. Okay. Thank you, Francisco. I'll stall for you. I'll play a little more piano if you like while you figure out how to press all the right buttons.
Now, there you go. Everyone will be sent to the breakout room. Please join the group.
Thank you. Okay, beautiful. Hmm.
So they say 10 people in each room. I can see 7. Only 4 with cameras. And then I guess we have to make a syllogism that holds. Does anybody would like to try? Okay, no problem. If some people only can listen, it's good this time. But I cannot hear anyone. I see Andreas moving.
Here's one.
Oh yeah,
Look at me. I am tired because I had to get up too early.
Okay, okay. Here, I'm in Arizona. It's almost 10 p.m. You're waking up?
Yeah, for me it was 5. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, or yeah, 4:45.
Okay. So if anybody has an idea, but I can start with something like as Ben Kramer before he came to. Oh, he's here. Never
Don't
mind.
mind me.
Just
I'm
kidding.
just spying on you. No. Carry on.
All right. So I was going to follow your suggestion of using something very daily life situation. So let's say I'm gonna try, but I would like to hear each one of you try one. So let's say, consider the lady who raised me up. Number one. Number two, my statement is she is my mother. And number three is gonna be because I was born from her womb.
Good. And then you all are gonna run those tests with him, okay? Whether you use his syllogism or not, you run those tests and make sure that he doesn't get beat up by everybody when he comes back to the main room, because we're gonna be tough on him. All right. So run the 3 tests and make sure Juan's prepared and he's got his holes covered. Godspeed.
So I'm texting it, writing it. But you can question me, and if you see a mistake, we can work on it. Not bored out of her womb. Born out of her. So like number 1 is number 3. Let's check that. Yes. So the woman who raised me up, I was born out of her womb. For me, is the case, yes, or that's what they say. Who knows, really? But my mother and my father told me, look, that's your mom. You were born from her. So using authoritative scripture, let's assume that that's true. Now, if I was born out of her womb, that means that she's my mother. I guess yes, because as far as I understand, that's the definition of being your mother. It means that you were born from her womb. If not 3, then not 2. If you were not born out of the womb of that person, that means she's not your mother. I mean, I think technically is correct. Of course, it's debatable, which makes it interesting because people could argue, what about like, for example, like a stepmother who raised you up and you relate to her as your mother, even if you were not born out of her womb. And yes, in a sweet way, it's true, but in a very strict technical way, you could argue that that's why she's your stepmother. Or I don't know, what do you guys think? What about mothers from previous lives? Even mothers from previous life, you have to have born out of their womb, no? Or out, well, ooh, now I find a mistake. Because what about a bird like an eagle, for example? The big eagle is the mother of the baby eagle, but the baby eagle was born out of the egg, not the womb. So it could be debatable because there are 4 different kinds of birds in tradition scripture. So, okay, maybe can you help me to find a better reason why I could call someone my mother? What do you all think is a correct reason to be able to call someone the mother of somebody else? Exactly, the definition of mother. That's what we are looking for. Very good. But I don't know. sometimes I think we can actually use the internet and just ask what's the definition of a mother. I'm gonna check. What's the definition of mother? Bring up a child, gave birth to. Gave birth to. It says, uy.
How's it going in here?
It's good, but we have a problem. Good to see you, Kendra.
Good. That's why I'm here.
Hi.
Look, Shijin cut his hair.
Oh my goodness.
You already have a job. Why do you have to cut your hair? I guess because we're serious business people when we go to Xi'an, so you're getting ready. What happened? What's the problem?
So check it out. I say, consider the woman that raised me up. She's my mother because I was born out of her womb.
What's the problem?
Well, actually, now I'm thinking it's not a problem, but I thought it was a problem because we start debating the definition of a mother. Well, when we did the test, if 3, then 2. If I was born out of her womb, then she's my mother. But then in the other one, if not 3, not 2, we start thinking that there are other ways to be born that are not being born out of the womb. And you could still, like the eagle could put an egg, and then technically the big eagle still the mother of the baby eagle. Do you know where I'm going?
Shujin can help you. Maybe. Shujin, do you remember that we had a special name for this rule that Juan needs right now? You don't have to remember the name, but he's breaking a special rule. You don't remember.
We call it the rule of Evan.
You don't know Evan, but there's a trick to a tight debate. One subject, okay, not multiple subjects. So give me the 3-part statement again.
Consider the mother who raised me up.
The mother who raised me.
Yeah, the mother who raised me. The woman that raised me.
The woman who raised me.
She's my mother.
She is my mother.
Because I was born.
Because you just switched subjects. You want to say because she. Consider the woman, she, because she.
Okay.
We'll keep you on the same subject. If you keep the same, and this is one of those things that doesn't translate very well across all languages, but in English, you keep the same pronoun. And so my mother, okay, or the woman who raised me, she is X because she is Y, right? We'll make sure that you have the same syllogism and we'll make it much easier to test. All right, you have 4 minutes to process that.
Okay.
While I go check on the next room.
Because she gave birth to me in her womb, from her womb. Okay. Something like that. And then I was thinking that it holds because even there are 4 kinds of birth. Just having one of them is enough to pass the test. You see what I mean? There are 4 kind of, in tradition scripture, you can be born from the womb, from an egg, miraculously, or also from, they say, warm and moisture. But if you were born from egg or from the womb, that qualifies the person that carried you in the womb, or the person who gave the egg, who put the egg, as your mother. What do you guys think? You think it will pass? If she didn't carry you in the womb, then she's not your mother. Okay, can you help me reminding the three relationships? If one, then three, right? If two, no, if three, then two. If not, what's the number three? If not three, then not two, or if not two, then not three. Does any of you remember? Okay, if not two, then not three. So if she's not, oh, okay, so then yes, it passes because if she didn't, if she's not my mother, she didn't carry me in her womb. Ooh, maybe. I mean, it's tempting to say it's correct, but then somebody says like, again, what about the mother eagle? She didn't carry in the womb, but she's still the mother. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Well, we'll see if we can make it survive in the real debate. 40 seconds. Okay, see you there. Thank you.
Ben, you're muted.
Ah, that's it. Uh-huh. Noted like a logician. Uh-huh. Ben is not hearable because, yeah, good. Welcome back, everybody. I'm so excited. Someone has multiple speakers in the same room with multiple computers. I can find you, but if you can find you before I find you, um, oh, it worked. It's been fixed. All right, good. I think we had 5 rooms. You don't know what the 5 rooms were called. Um, room 1, Pachi says hi.
Hi.
There he is. He's here somewhere. Look, he's waving. Good. Let's see. Who was room 1 again? Octavian, you were in room 1. Oh, I should have told you all to nominate a speaker. It's too late. I just nominated you. Is that okay? Had you already agreed upon another speaker, or can I pick you? Okay. Uh, look, we have a special celebrity guest. I always feel that way when she walks into a room in my house.
I was like, who are you talking about? Where's the cat?
Cool. Okay, Octavian. Uh, oh, I want to apologize to Pachi. Um, this is our 15 minutes. It's not true Q&A. I know we had said that, but I think this is our Q and we're going to Q&A each other. Um, so I'm changing the plan a little. I'm sorry. I liked your plan, but this is what happens in the laboratory. Octavian, would you unmute yourself and give us your 3-part statement?
Yes, so we had 2 statements on health.
Okay,
The
just
first
give
one,
us one.
yeah, the first one is I'm a healthy person because I drink water first thing in the morning.
I love it. Okay, wonderful. Good. Okay, everyone, identify the subject. You can say it out loud or you can say it in the chat.
Octavian.
Yes, Octavian, right. Also known as I, as he lovingly calls himself. Yeah, I do too. I have the same pet name for myself. Assertion is what?
Healthy.
Healthy person, that's right, Andres. Um, healthy person, everyone seems to agree. Okay. Cheech here, why would you say that? What is the reason that he gave.
Because I drink water as the first thing I do in the morning.
Yeah, good, right. Yeah, that's an interesting question, whether or not you're married to saying I in this case, or whether you should say Octavian. But I'm going to let that go for now. Formulate, if you would, the first test. And I look forward to seeing it in the chat. And it's already all over the chat because they're fast, Kendra. They can't wait.
Cool.
They're competing hotly to see who can write it first in the chat. I drink water first in the morning. Octavian drinks water first thing in the morning. I drink water first thing in the morning. Yeah.
Every morning?
He said every morning.
Every morning. He said every morning.
Every morning. Is it true? Does anyone have a problem with that?
I do.
Good. Now we're talking. Duo, raise some heck. What's your problem? I mean, in a positive way, and not in other aspects of your life, but in regards to this particular question.
He doesn't define morning. So if morning means where the sun comes out,
Oh,
that might not be that might not be the first thing that you're doing, and when morning comes, the first moment of morning comes, you might still be sleeping.
It seems that every morning would have to, is my morning a morning? What time is it where you are, Octavian?
Right now it's 7 a.m.
Right.
Early morning.
Yeah, right. Do you drink water during my morning?
Before I got into the Zoom call.
Of course you did. You drink water every one of your mornings. But every morning, boy, that's a lot of mornings and would have to include all 115 mornings. And there are quite a few mornings available to the people in this room. So it's an interesting debate. We're not going to get hung up on there anymore right now. Let's look at the next test. Someone give me the next test. Oh, Andreas, I didn't warn you. Where are you? Do you have your camera on? You're on the next page. It's okay. Okay. There we go. Oh, I found you. Good. I'm gonna be difficult. I don't want you to say pervasion or reverse pervasion. You're correct. That is technically what it means, but no one knows what that means. And English speakers don't know what that means. In fact, there's probably more people who are native speakers of other languages like German. Is that your first language? No. What is it?
So,
Oh, you can speak if you want, Heidi.
so
No.
you mean me because I wrote chair for my name, but you
Oh, I'm
asked
sorry. I'm sorry.
Andreas, so
I was
I'm
thinking of
sorry.
Andreas.
Yes.
So for now, right, only formulate, right? We're going to do our best to formulate it only in terms of the syllogisms. And I'm going to look. 3 and 2 doesn't. Don't worry about 3 and 2 yet, Juan. You're too fast. Give people a chance. Yeah, good. Let's see. If someone drinks water first thing every morning, then they must be a healthy person. That's obviously true, right? A lot of shaking heads, Octavian. Cruel. I told you they're mean in this room.
We don't know what they drank that night, the night before.
Yeah. There's a certain number of glasses of water that would be toxic to drink in the morning. It's a thing, right? Water poisoning. You have to drink quite a bit, but not so much that you couldn't drink it all in the morning. Okay, cool. And then someone in the chat, okay, or out loud, I don't care. Give me the
Third one.
the third test. Yeah.
If someone is not a healthy person, then this one, must not drink water as the first thing in the morning.
Whoa, perfect. Ming Ming, thank you so much.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly correct. Is that true? No, it's
does
hard.
not hold.
Okay. All right. All right, that's okay. Room two. I think Roxana, I think you were in room two. You were in three. Oh,
He
you
was in
did know
three.
your room numbers. It
But-
was Juan, maybe?
Yes, and Roger
Yes.
and
Did you
Andrea.
work out the situation with your mother?
Yes, yes,
Did you tell everybody about that?
figure it out.
But I thought it'd be a funny thing to say to him because no one else will understand.
Yeah.
But now it's going to become clear when he gives us his syllogism.
Mhm.
Okay, so the syllogism is consider the woman that raised me up,
Mm-hmm.
She is my mother
Mm-hmm.
because she carried me on her womb and gave birth to me.
Okay, I'm going to allow you in instead of on. But it's fine. Consider the woman who gave birth to Juan. She is his mother because she carried him in her womb and gave birth to you. Is that right?
Well, what I wanted to say is like, because I was born out of her womb, but you say don't change the subject.
Yeah.
So I just rephrase it to because she
Birthed
gave
me.
birth to me from her womb.
She birthed me from her womb.
Yes, she birthed me from her womb.
I like it.
Mhm.
The woman who raised me
Yes.
was my mother because she birthed me from her womb. Okay, let's check the first. Look, Tyler couldn't wait. He wrote the full syllogism. Good, Tyler. And now I would like for someone to write the first test. I'll wait. We'll chat while you guys. Great. Okay, that was interesting. Let's see what they came up with. Um, the woman who raised me up gave birth to me. Yeah, that's. Is it true that the woman who raised Juan gave birth to him? I mean, I guess, dude. For I don't know. Does anyone have a problem with that? Does anyone know something special and personal about Juan that I don't have a fundamental problem with that. And if I did know something else, I probably wouldn't tell him in this setting.
It'll be a fun way to know I'm adopted.
Yeah, it'd be awkward. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna dispute you there. So let's try the next one. If someone blank, then they must be blank. Let's see it in the chat. Someone be brave. Tyler, if your hand is on your mouth, you can't be using it to type. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
If someone birthed Juan and raised him up, then the person must be Juan's mom.
Well, you combined a little bit. You snuck some one in there. You see? But the second relationship doesn't have any one in it. And you shorted him a little on his three, which was technically birthed him from her womb. And I'll tell you, a debater gets really good at quoting back exactly what the person said. Because that's the best way to cut their throat, excuse me, to help them to enlightenment. Uh, um, oh, here we go. It's happening in the chat. Uh, if someone birthed, you left enough space for Juan. Good, Katarina. If someone birthed Juan from her womb, she must be his mother. What do you think? Anyone have a problem with that?
What if he was adopted?
Well, then
Then it's not my mother.
no?
No.
Is that true? What's the legal status of an adopted child? I don't know in
No, but I'm
Mexico.
talking a biological status.
Well, I guess you probably should have said that then.
But it's not the stepmother?
Pachi wants to cut you.
Yeah.
He knows the laws in Mexico better because he's from Argentina. Anyone else? Anyone else? Well, I mean, that is one issue, right? He didn't say biological mother, right? So you don't get to circle back and say, I mean biological mother. I mean, you can, and
Yeah.
then he can make a new syllogism. But first you have to admit, yeah, you're wrong. Yeah, right. Physiological mother. That's good, Shujin. Right, you could say that. I mean,
But mother includes biological mother.
does. So if someone gave birth to Juan from her womb, does it have to be a mother? What about any other exceptions? I think I have maybe one.
Clone?
Clone.
A
Yeah,
borrow,
maybe.
a borrow womb?
Yeah.
Rental
Yeah.
womb?
Yeah, a few other people. Yeah, maybe, right? Spring, Octavian, Tyler, surrogate. Right? Someone else has a baby and they have it put in someone's womb and then that person births them, which, I mean, and here's where Juan really gets in trouble, and then we're gonna stop. Okay?
We got to do, okay.
Yeah, we have to stop. And then we'll pick on more
We
people
can't
next time.
Roxana.
No, we can't. It's not fair to people. We have to stop on time. That's the law. So you could make an argument, right? That the surrogate mother is still a kind of mother. It is,
Yes.
after all, called a surrogate mother. The problem is that Juan, in order to defend himself, dialed back and specifically clarified that he wanted to change it to be a biological mother. So now he's in trouble. He cut his own throat.
Have them hear Roxana's and leave
No,
it.
we cannot. I'm thrilled to hear Roxana next time. It is not fair to people. We're going to come back next time. It's good if we're champing at the bit to do more. I would rather leave you wanting than take too much of your time. You should be dismissed and come back, and we'll enrich the experience next time. We'll go to the next step. I am so thrilled that you showed up. I'm excited to do this. I found it fun. If you miss more than two classes or one consecutive class or three or miss three not consecutive plus one, I don't care. Just come when you want to come. I'm happy to see you. I'm so glad you came. I will see you Wednesday. Um, if you need me, don't be afraid to reach out. Thank you so much, Pachi, Francisco, especially everyone who came, everyone who's up at weird hours. We are too. It's 11:15. Um, I can't wait. Hasta pronto. Thank you, my friends. Bye bye. Cool.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Thank
you
so much. Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're gonna
you
play
so
piano?
much.
Thank you,
Thank
teacher.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you next week. Thank you, teacher.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you, teachers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dưới cho nó vào hay là qua